Greetings, welcome to Cooking with Cindy. My name is Cindy Lorimer and this is the Thanksgiving edition where I share with you all of my recipes for my Thanksgiving menu that I've done for so many years now, well over 10 years, and I'm here to share them with you. I will be having all of these dishes on Thanksgiving Day. So today we will be making Haricots with caramelized shallots. Haricots, also known as French green beans. I actually always prefer to use haricots as opposed to regular green beans, only because the regular green beans are a bit fatter. These are a lot skinnier. And the fatter green beans, I find them to be a bit too rubbery and not as flavorful. So anytime that I'm doing a recipe with green beans, I will always do haricots instead. So we are going to start off by slicing 4 large shallots. So when I say large shallots, I mean this size, right? Because there are shallots out there that are like this small, probably an inch big. So I'm looking for a large shallot. However, if you can only find the small ones, I would probably do, I don't know, three of the small shallots, equivalent to this size. Okay, so you're gonna want to peel the shallots and then thinly slice them. You'll always know it's a shallot when there are 2 pieces to the whole shallot. I always like to use a bowl for my trash. So in Vietnamese cooking, we love to use shallots. I find shallots to be a lot more subtle in flavor and not as sharp as onions. Actually, while we are slicing our shallots, I'm just going to heat up my cast iron pan. So let me grab, I love using cast iron pan. They can be non-stick if you heat them long enough, right? I'm just gonna put it on medium low, and usually it takes 5 minutes for the cast iron pan to get nice and hot. The reason why I love using cast iron pan is because it caramelizes things so much better. We're back here slicing the shallots. And it seems like a lot of shallots that you're slicing, but to be honest, when you cook them, they shrink. Then it feels like there's not enough. Whew, my eyes are getting watery now, but not as bad though. Usually I would be like literally tearing up at this point. And you know, I've tried all those tricks where they say, oh, you should have like a wet towel next to you when you're slicing onions or chopping onions, or you should wear glasses or whatever it is. I've tried them all, nothing works. I think one of them was like, you chew gum or something. I don't know how it would prevent your eyes from watering if you're chewing gum. Okay, shallots have been sliced. Let's head over to the stovetop. I love using avocado oil, and I will put my avocado oil in a container like this. I cook a lot, so this is easy for me. I just grab and pour, etc., etc. This is how I test to see if a pan is hot enough, right? And what I love about cast iron pan is I can cook an omelet on this and have it be completely nonstick. I try not to use any nonstick pans. The only time you'll ever see me use a nonstick pan is when I'm making my Vietnamese crepes, also known as bánh xèo. Otherwise, I'm always using a metal pan or a cast iron pan. It just gives whatever you're cooking more flavor. And plus, nonstick pans are not good for you because especially when that film starts peeling off, that's cancerous. Okay, so it's pretty good. Let me get my device. Let me get all my wooden spatula. Let's use this one today. A tablespoon of avocado oil. I actually like to use more. I like to drizzle until it fills the pan, like that. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter, just to give it a nice flavor. I have this on medium heat, but once I add the shallots, I'm gonna turn down the heat to low. So let's add the shallots now. Give it a nice toss to make sure that the butter and the oil completely coats the shallots. I want to spread it out into one single layer. Then I'm going to reduce it to low, and then I'm going to let this cook for 30 minutes to have it nicely caramelized. I will occasionally stir it, maybe every 10 minutes. So we wait. What I forgot to do is cut the ends off of the green beans. I mean, really, you can leave the ends on. I just don't like to have the ends on only because it'll kind of tickle your throat when you eat. Okay, mission accomplished. Let's give it a little stir now. I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit higher to like super medium low, if that even makes sense. On the lower side of the medium low, how's that? Okay, now it's been 30 minutes. I didn't have it on low the entire time. I had it on a medium low for maybe a couple of minutes just to give it a little brown like this. I mean, if you really want to do super caramelized, you would just have it on low for like an hour, but I just don't have time to wait that long. But do you see, this is from 4 shallots. Can you believe that? It dwindled down to this, 4 shallots. Okay, let's turn the heat up to a medium high. You're gonna add your green beans. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt. Let's give this a toss. Oh, that smells so good with the butter. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat down to low now once I finish tossing. I just wanna make sure that I'm evenly coating every single green bean in here. I'm mixing it in with the shallots. Then we add 1 cup of vegetable broth. Now, you can use chicken broth if you want to. I'm just doing this to make it vegan. So turn the heat up on high. Add your vegetable broth. And then bring it to a boil. So now that it's boiling, I'm gonna just reduce the heat to a medium low and then cover it with the lid. I don't have a lid big enough for this cast iron skillet, so I'm just gonna do this. Voila, that won't be good. So if that's the case, I'm gonna turn mine to more like a medium instead of a medium low. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Give it a toss. And then turn this to medium high, and then let's cook this for 2 minutes. Actually, let's just turn it all the way up to high. I'm going to test it to see if it's just a little bit more. It's just when you overcook the green beans, it becomes too stringy. So it's a very fine line. So even though it's been 2 minutes, I want to see sauce being reduced a bit more. And plus my green beans aren't as cooked. So I would probably say 3 minutes instead of 2 minutes. Or until your vegetable broth is evaporated like this. And also, obviously, until your green beans are cooked, right? So this feels right to me. See that? I'm going to turn it off. How beautiful does that look? So I'm going to test this. Oh. Now that is perfectly cooked. It's still crunchy. It pops in your mouth. It's delicious. And there you go. That is healthy, tasty. You need some kind of greens in your as a side dish for your Thanksgiving dinner, right? Why not let it be this? Until next time.